Hello everyone, welcome to Divya Ganita. In this video, I am going to give you multiplication of matrix. Before going to that, let me ask you some questions. Do you know how to multiply two matrices? And why should it be multiplied? And also, why should it be multiplied in that way? To know answers for all these questions, please do watch my video till the end. And if you are watching my video for the first time, please do subscribe to my channel. Now, let's see how to multiply matrices. Let me take a matrix A of order m cross n and B is of order r cross s. To multiply these two matrices, n must be equal to r. That is, number of columns of the first matrix must be always equal to number of rows of the second matrix. If this condition is satisfied, then we can multiply these two matrices. Then the order of the matrix AB, that is product of these two matrices, will be the left out terms, that is m cross s. This is the condition to multiply two matrices. Now let's see how to multiply two matrices. For that, I will take an example and explain it. Here is an example. In this, they have given A and B. Observe here, A is a matrix of order 2 cross 2 and B is a matrix of order 2 cross 3. Here, number of columns of the first matrix is equal to number of rows of the second matrix. So, we can multiply these two matrices. Now, the order of this matrix will be, as I told earlier, it will be 2 cross 3. So, the elements in this matrix will be of the form A11, A12 like this. Here, to find A11, we have to multiply, observe here, the first number, that is 1. Means we have to multiply first row with the first column. That means here 1 represents the row which we have to choose from the first matrix. And the second number represents the column which we have to choose from the second matrix. Similarly, A12 means we have to multiply first row of matrix A with second column of matrix B, like this. So the matrix will be A11. We will get 1 into 1. Like this we have to multiply first entry with the first entry and second entry with the second entry. Observe here, 1 into 1 plus 0 into 2. This is our entry A11. Similarly, for A12, we have to multiply first row with the second column. That is 1 into 3 plus 0 into minus 1. Similarly, for A13, we have to multiply first row with the third column. That is 1 into 5 plus 0 into 0. So, we are done with the first row. Now, we have to find the second row. Second row means we have to multiply second row with the first column, second row with the second column and second row with the third column. This is the matrix. On simplification, we will get 1 into 1 is 1 plus 0 into 2 is 0. So, 1 plus 0. Next entry is 1 into 3 is 3 plus 0 into minus 1 is 0. Similarly, 1 into 5 is 5 and 0 is 0. Next term is 2 into 1 is 2 plus 4 into 2 is 8. Next term will be 6 minus 4. After this, 2 into 5 is 10 plus 4 into 0 is 0. So, the matrix AB is 1, 3, 5 and 2 plus 8 is 10, then 6 minus 4 is 2, lastly 10. This is the matrix AB. This is how we multiply matrices. To multiply matrix, it is not necessary to all these elements. Just to understand, I wrote all these elements. Directly you can skip all these steps and write the answers also, if you are fluent in that. But for our convenience, we write whatever steps we want and then simplify. Here is another example. In this problem, we have both matrices A and B are of order 2 cross 2. So the resultant matrix matrix AB will also be of order 2 cross 2. In this problem, we will find out the elements directly. To find the first element, we have to multiply first row with the first column. So, it will be 4 into 1, that is 4, plus 5 into 0, it will be 0. If you want, write it 4 plus 0. The next entry will be first row into second column. So, 4 into 2, that is 8, plus 5 into 5 will be 25. Similarly, for the second row, we have to multiply second row with the first column. 0 into 1 will be 0 and plus 3 into 0 will be 0. Similarly, the last entry is second row into second column. 0 into 2 is 0, then 3 into 5 is 15. This can be simplified as 4, 33, 0 and 15. This is the matrix AB. Now we will move on to the properties of matrix multiplication. There are three different properties in matrix multiplication, that is associative property, distributive property and identity property. The first property is associative. Associative means A into BC is always equal to AB into C. That is, we can multiply the matrix in any order, but only if the matrix multiplication is valid. Matrix multiplication is valid means it should satisfy the condition for matrix multiplication. That is, number of columns of the first matrix should be equal to number of rows of the second matrix. Then always this condition holds. And the second property is distributive property. That is, A into B plus C is always equal to AB. That is, we first multiply it, then add it to AC. This will be equal. In similar way, we can take it in other way also. Then the next property is identity property. For any square matrix A of order n, there is an identity matrix IN. About the identity matrix, I have explained in the previous video. If you have not watched it, please go through it. For any matrix A of any square matrix A of order n, we have the identity matrix IN. That will be always equal to I into A, that is equal to A. That is, we get back to the same matrix. Is commutative property holds in matrix multiplication? You know commutative property, right? That is, AB is equal to BA. Is this condition holds for all the matrices A and B? No, this is not possible. Why? In the first problem itself, I took a matrix A of order 2 cross 2 and B was of order 2 cross 3. So the matrix AB was of order 2 cross 3. What about BA? Is it possible to find BA? Observe here. B is a matrix of order 2 cross 3. But A is a matrix of order 2 cross 2. Here, number of columns of the first matrix is not equal to number of rows of the second matrix, which means BA is not even possible to find out. Then how will it be equal? So, commutative property is not applicable in matrix multiplication. Now, we will move to our second question. That is, why should matrix multiplied and why should it be multiplied in that way? Let's answer that question. To answer that question, I have taken a problem. In this, there are two persons, person X and person Y. Person X want 50 kgs of onion, 20 kgs of carrot and 10 kgs of beans. Similarly, person Y want 40 kgs of onion, 30 kgs of carrot and 20 kgs of beans. They have two shops near to them, in which the price for onion in shop 1 is 10 rupees per kg, whereas in shop 2 is 20 rupees. Similarly, for carrot, it's 50 rupees in shop 1 and 40 rupees in shop 2. And for beans, 70 rupees in shop 1 and 60 rupees in shop 2. They want to know which shop will be cheaper for them. So, to find out this, matrix multiplication came. Let's see. Here, we have written the elements in the matrix form. Observe here. This matrix is of order 2 cross 3 and this matrix is of order 3 cross 2. So, number of columns is equal to number of rows, means we can multiply these two matrices, and we also know that the resultant matrix will be of order 2 cross 2, isn't it? So now let's multiply these two matrices. Multiplying these two matrices is nothing but, if person X buys his product in shop 1, how much will it cost? It will come in this position. If person X buys his product in shop 2, how much will it cost? It will come here. And similarly for person Y, shop 1 and person Y, shop 2. So let's find out all these entries. This will give us which shop will be cheaper for which person. If person X buys his product in shop 1, then it will be 50 kgs into 10 rupees per kg. It will be 500 for onion plus 20 kgs into 50 rupees per kg. So it will be 1000 for carrot. Then for beans it will be 10 into 70, that is 700. Similarly, if person X buys his products in shop 2, then we will get 50 into 20, that is 1000 plus 20 into 40, that is 800 plus 10 into 60, that is 600. Similarly, we will find for person Y. If we add these elements, we will get, this is 2200 and this is 2400 and this will be 3300 and this will give us 3200. Isn't this easy to find which shop is cheaper for which person? We can easily say that person X have to buy his products in shop 1 and person Y have to purchase his products in shop 2. So this was how matrix multiplication was introduced, and also this is the way which we multiply the matrices. I hope I have answered all the questions which I asked in the beginning. If you like this video, then give it a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And also if you have any doubts, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you.